guys, welcome back to Build Blocks Gamers. Now, today's video is very important and exciting. The Copper Age is finally here, so now you don't need to look for iron all the time. So now, as you can see already, first off, there's copper armor, which we were using in our copper golem with scout video. I forgot the complete name of it, but yeah. So let's announce some of the things. Now, most of the things are already things we know. As you can see, a sword, pickaxe, axe, hoe, shovel. Okay. And now the next part of our copper golem preview is, well, I just said it, the copper golem. Ta-da! As you can see, there's a copper chest, so if I put stuff in it and have a regular chest, which I'm not going to do, it will sort out all your scattered items and sort them out in the copper chest. Now the copper golem, a lot of us noticed, but it was in a lost mob vote. However, in the mob vote, it was originally going to have a different function. I like how they added the glowing eyes though, which originally wasn't going to be there. Next up is copper horse armor. Yep, you guessed it. You heard me right. Copper horse armor. Somehow they still don't have netherite horse armor. But yeah, so that's it so far. And we're gonna get to a few other things soon. So now I'm just adding these things in my inventory. Now, a lot of these things you already know of. This is just sort of a preview, so if you don't mind. Okay, so now first up on this new list of things I want to show you is the copper torch. Yeah, it's hard to believe too. Like, who would make a torch out of copper? But yeah, copper torches, as you can see, these are green. Hey, I think Winsome would really like these. Yeah, Winsome would love these. Okay. Next thing I want to show you is the copper lantern. Yeah. This is pretty hard to believe too. Like, sure, I know a lot of people would make the frame out of, like, I know a lot of people would make the outside part out of copper, but how come the flame inside that lights up the lantern is also copper? Like, I don't get it. Like, copper fires? That doesn't make sense. And the next thing I want to show you is the copper golem statue. Gotta drop this for a second, but we just got spoiled to a new item, which is the copper nugget. You just use it to make copper ingots. It's basically sort of useless, I guess, but yeah. back to the copper golem statue. Now, if you crouch down, holding nothing in your inventory, and you press the place button, you can make it in different poses. These are pretty good for decoration. And a copper golem turns into a statue whenever it oxidizes too much. Now, depending on the oxidization level, well, we'll get to that soon. But first, I gotta show you something. If you take a copper axe and you just do that, the copper golem will come to life. And what I was going to say is that it depends on how many times you hit it. Depends on what its oxidization level is. So, but we're not done just yet. There's also copper chains. Okay, here's part of the game drop that makes more sense. Tell them that copper golem just walked over it like it was nothing. And so, next up is copper bars. Yeah, no more. Yeah, iron bars aren't a thing anymore. Now we've got copper bars. Wait, let me try jailing these copper golems because they're like too distracted to the chest. So I'm just try jailing them. I hope they're not. Yeah, and they were smart enough to realize I was jailing them. Okay, now here's the very last thing I want to show you. The shelf. Yeah, I guess this is the only thing in Minecraft in this new update that's not copper. It's not a shelf. Here's how it works. You just place your items right there in the shelf, and it holds your items. And if you do it with redstone, then you can switch your items. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, guys, that is all there is in the Copper Age game drop. I'll see you another day on Build Blocks Gamers. Bye.